everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Colts going up against the Rams. The opening kick of the new season is straight ahead as we turn it over to our broadcast duo of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. An early season tilt, and when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks...
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback out of Texas A&M, and that's Ryan Tannehill.
Certainly have the Dolphins moving in the right direction last year. They had won 6 of 7 before he got hurt. They will need a healthy Ryan Tannehill if they want to achieve their goals in 2017.
This is Hill. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. And here are the Colts offensive starters. T.Y.
Hilton is one of the exciting electric players in the game today, and what he's done is taken the slot receiver position and made it a true big play spot. He can run from there, get downfield, hurt a defense in a lot of ways, runs those routes down the middle of the field similar to a tight end with less size but more speed. And he did lead the NFL in receiving in 2016 with 1,448 yards.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. If you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback. But in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player so he can't get outside of you.
On second down, Hill. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Oh, here come the Rams, and they get it. It's blocked. So the Rams in great position here as they get things started. They're led out by one of the few left-handed quarterbacks in the game today. Out of Boise State, it's Kellen Moore.
People believe in him because of his intelligence in playing the game. He's the son of a high school coach, so he was raised in it. Incredible college career. Remember, only lost 3 games by a total of 5 points combined.
On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
They'll run it again with Crowell. Quick feet by Crowell. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
To throw is Moore. From the gun, he'll throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Brian Arakpo, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. Operating from the gun. Moore. And that is incomplete. The target that time was Vincent Jackson. 3rd down here. And let's go through the starting defense for Indianapolis.
When you look back at the 2016 season on defense for the Indianapolis Colts, when you look at the raw numbers, you're not impressed. 30th overall in total defense. So what they're trying to improve upon is playmakers. They've got to have some guys who can offset those types of numbers with making big plays and taking the ball away from the opposition.
Moore now, throwing on 3rd and long. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. On 1st down, Tannehill. And that's incomplete. He was in search of the tight end, Troy Nicholas. That'll bring up 2nd down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Here's Hill. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's two guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down now after the incompletion. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that's incomplete. Jeremy Hill there was the intended target. And that'll make it third down.
We see passes like that all the time, don't we? He's back there surveying the field, clock ticking in his head, trying to avoid the sack and the hit. Led him just a little bit too much trying to get out to his running back.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Can't fault the offensive line for that incompletion at all. He had all day to throw the football. Their alarm clocks went off early today, didn't they?
Absolutely they did. He was surveying, finally let it go, but incomplete. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. On for his second punt, and remember, his first one was blocked. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Off play action. Moore. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
They'll run on first down. Hill. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, They were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Again, it's Hill. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Martavis Bryant, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
They begin with a run by Crowell. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Again, it's Crowell. There's a nice move. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now Moore, off the bootleg. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. And the Colts coming out now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action here on 1st down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And now we see Bryant yet to pop up. Still down following that play. Boy, not what you want to see in Q1 of the new year. We'll be back. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, David Harris. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
We get a glance at the Colts defense as they work their way back on the field. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3-and-out.
And what they have to build off of? Great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3-and-out, you feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
Will it continue? We'll see. A first down carry now for Crowell. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out.
All right, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line.
Now it's Crowell. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line? Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them. And
here's Sam Cook now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Colts come after it, and they block it. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
Here's Ryan Tannehill and the Dolphin offense back out onto the field. He has not been on his A game, but his team has really picked him up. I think he probably now, second quarter, he's thinking, all right, time for me to get going.
And he also has to keep in mind that he has contributed. You're exactly right. Not totally on his A game, but guess what?
He's got the touchdown.
He's got a touchdown pass. Yes, he tempered it with an interception, but he has contributed, and he just can't get down and worry about his own stats. The team's winning. That's cause for celebration, even though there's a ways to go.
Well, now he'll be looking to contribute a little bit more. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. He got 29 yards that time. They'll run it with Hill. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. Hill to try again. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jeremy Hill, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Colts add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Jeremy Hill touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Getting set to go here, Isaiah Crowell in the offense. Trot back out there. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes
Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. The 20. Touchdown, LA. Isaiah Crowell, 68 yards. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the second quarter. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll bring up a second down. Play action. It's Tannehill. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He completes it to Bryant. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. On first down, Hill. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, Hill. And a little spin cycle. Room to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On first down, it's Tannehill. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Martavis Bryant, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And we shift our focus to Isaiah Crowell. And, Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? Crowell. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Moore to throw on 2nd down. Jackson's got it over the middle.
All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run with Crowell. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Now he opts for the spin. Room to run past midfield. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. Here's Moore on 1st and 10. Over the middle to Beckham. And he gets it down to the 32. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. No one made it into the red zone fewer times than the Rams last year, 32nd in the NFL. But they're here now with a 1st and 10, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about.
Pass interference, defense.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Lance Kendricks, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And an update from a game going on up in Santa Clara. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Martavis Bryant and the offense getting set to go again here. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a 3rd person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. Here's Tannehill now on second down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Jeremy Hill was the one he was trying to hit there, and it's 3rd and short. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Bryant. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31. Tannehill on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. And Hopkins' kick is good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report. Here's Larry Ridley.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Rams are behind right now, but the home crowd should give them a boost. The Colts will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. All right, let's get it going. Here's the first half highlights. Offense now with the shot after the interception. Bryant's got nobody around him on the catch. And this play goes for a score. The lead grows to 4. Colts have the football midway through the second. They run it here with Jeremy Hill. And a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. The lead now at 11. 1st and 10 on the run. Here comes Isaiah Crowell. And this long run goes for a touchdown. Now midway through the second. The Rams trail now by 4. Tannehill's got the completion here, and he'll be tackled at their own 48-yard line. Colts now later on the drive. Bryant's got nobody around him on the catch, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. Now 1st and 10, Colts go up by 11. Moore's on point with the throw, and he caps off the 7-play drive with the score, closing the gap to 4. 1st and 10, Sims is wide open here on the catch, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 23-yard line. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10-20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the LA Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
Green 39.
Second half begins with a run by Crowell. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
A know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go! Blue landing! Blue!
Now Moore. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a real...
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. There he goes, left side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. That's nothing new for him, a pick six. He had 2 of those in the regular season last year.
You're hoping to get 1 in a career, let alone 2 in a season. And to be able to judge what's going on, read patterns, go after the football, sometimes catch a good break, whatever it takes, paying it off with a pick six is a big-time deal.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. J.J. Nelson now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To throw is Moore. Looking to throw on 2nd down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Quentin Coples in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
All right, here we go. Blue landing!
From the gun, Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. So we have our first challenge of the new season. And remember, a little different this year. Gone is the hood. Now the referees, they're going to be given a tablet so that they can interact with the rules officials in New York.
And they've actually increased jobs. Someone now is responsible for the tablet all the time that brings it out to the referee, right? But we're also going to speed up things. The final call, back in Command Central in New York, they'll tell the official what the final decision is and administer it that way.
Let's go! 319! 319!
This is Crowell. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Here we go. Blue, line it.
On the run, it's Crowell. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's a give to Crowell. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On third down, Crowell. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, Procise. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Here we go. 3-19.
Looking to throw on second down. Moore bringing it in. Jackson left side. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be second and goal.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. This is turning into a bit of a death march here, the 13th play of this drive. A second down carry for Procise. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet at the 7-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And an update from a game going on up in Santa Clara. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And Gold is able to put it through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So it was a drive that seemed to go on for an eternity, forever. Our sponsors were probably saying, hey, we need to get our products in here on these commercials. But after all of that, 3 points as a result.
Yeah, it's hard to say who came out ahead there, isn't it? On one hand, you kept the defense out there a long time. But after controlling the ball for so long and just moving the ball incrementally down the field, a field goal seems like a bad result.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a gain of 31. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth. On 1st and 10, Tannehill throwing the slant pattern here, complete. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Here's Tannehill. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
On second down now. Hill, not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The Colts on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that'll bring up 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fitzgerald. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Second down and just 1. Moore now, operating from the gun. He's going to float this one, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Able to get there and pick it. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Lifema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he hits the tight end. It's Deion Sims. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. On the counter, it's Hill. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Bryant with a catch right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. And look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
They'll run on first down. Hill, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Tannehill. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
On first down, Tannehill. A dump off now to Hill. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 more yards there and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. To throw on second down is Tannehill. And it's caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal. And this offense on third down today, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at a third and goal here. They'll try to run it. It's Hill. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Hopkins' kick is good. They are on to the fourth quarter now, by the way, in Santa Clara. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their second on the young season. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This will be taken in at the 1. And now running right, accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30, 10, and he brings this one all the way back. So definitely good for the individual stats. Maybe not for our storyline, but he's in for the late score. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset, as the teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that one goes down as a 99-yard kick return for 6 from the 1-yard line all the way to the house on the other end. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. On first down, Hill. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Now carry number 20 here for Hill. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Tannehill. He's going to look deep down the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. This is taken at his 4. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys.
And Crowell lost the football, but it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now Moore. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought down after a good game. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. First down now, but the clock continues to move. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Moore throwing again on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Jackson. A good pickup there at 22. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. But not the position they want to be in. Still a very, very small chance here, but they almost need a miracle.
Agreed. That means they've got to get it to the sidelines, get out of bounds, and preserve clock.
Here's Moore to throw on second down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Koamisi in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. To throw is Moore. Throwing on third and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Quentin Coples in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, Week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Indianapolis, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for L.A., they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the Washington Redskins. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.